Where do you see the future of lighting?
I think that in the 40 years that I've been involved in lighting, this is the most spectacular time and the most exciting time to be a designer and to be a user, because LED has freed us to do so many innovations in light. It has allowed us to change scale. It has allows us to bring color and dimension into a space. It's a very, very, very interesting and exciting time, and it ties in with the whole idea of lighting and controls. And all of it will be probably on your iPhone.
Well, Eric, you almost have to look back over the last couple of decades and see where lighting has come from. And it's almost been in a slow pace, evolving. Today, we're in a sprint.
Yeah.
And what's driving that is the LED technology. Not just the light source, but what you can do around that light source, which is really driving creativity, application, different materials that you can use with that light source. And I think that in itself is really what's going to really drive the future and the fast changes that we're going to be going through over the next couple of years.
I think that we are definitely focused on LED and how to incorporate LED into design-oriented product, decorative product. So that's a direction that is certainly prominent.
We're heading to a new place with the miniaturization of the light source. So what was the light bulb years ago is slowly being replaced by LEDs and other similar technologies. So from a design side, we should be seeing over the next few years and beyond the shape of lighting changing overall, because designers and engineers will be building fixtures around a new shape and size of the light source.
I think we will try to push the envelope, or continue to push the envelope with respect to LED lighting, and pushing the envelope would both mean the amount of efficient light that we can provide, but also the quality of the light. So we try to do both. But also I believe that LED lighting, actually, because it does offer tremendous energy savings, will allow us to have a renaissance of traditional incandescent lighting also, because we are now able to combine the best of the traditional lighting with efficient LED lighting and still save a tremendous amount of energy.
Lighting is changing. Lighting is going into being more sculptural, sculptural forms that light. 10 years ago, all it had to be was a decorative lighting fixture. Today, it has to be energy efficient. It has to look well. It has to last a long time. It has to be timeless in design. So we're seeing all of that being kind of wrapped up in what's the future of lighting.
We're finding, which is you see it reflected in our products also, is that our customers are all looking for something cleaner. They don't even know what to call it. They say, I don't like that goopy crystal-y thing, but I'm not really a traditional guy, but that's awesome. And basically what they're trying to describe is something simple, clean, without a lot of extra embellishment.
I believe lighting is like furniture, and I wish more people used it for the value of really creating mood in your home. And so what does the future hold in terms of design? Well, it's going to morph into different things, but I think traditional elements will still stay strong. And I think that the lighting aspect of it, and what I love about lighting is that we'll look to illuminate all the materials that are current in that period of time, and of those design trends. I think that traditional will still continue to become cleaned up, and the way that we light it, of course, will change as our lighting bulbs change. LED, of course, is a big thing as well. But I think that the warmth and the furniture value of lighting is very important in the home, and I think it'll continue to reflect on the decorative directions of what the future will hold for us.
Well, we think it's what we call traditional twisted. It's expected shapes and forms, but done in more modern or interesting ways. In our case, we like to put our own little twist on it, but that's kind of where we see things headed.
I think that more and more people want something that's different than everyone else has, a little bit more individualism, and that's one of the reasons we offer a lot of custom pieces and the ability to change the colors on the finishes of the acrylic and the finish of the metal.
Well, my marketplace, which is the higher-end marketplace, or use of higher-end materials, we feel it's with more unique shapes and more unique designs in crystal, and being able to personalize your chandelier for whatever decorative choice that you'll be doing in your home.
I think we got to continue to follow what's going on in fashion and home furnishings, and I see things getting a little more middle to upper end for high design. High design is where to go. We've got to follow what jewelry is doing, and if we do it right, we can make our chandeliers a must-have, just like it's happened in the fashion world.
I think that the lighting industry is just going to continue to trend towards designing fixtures that are even more designer oriented. I think that the days of coming out with full families of product are kind of going by the wayside, and we're going to be seeing more unique styles, a larger breadth of product, more on trend designs, and I really feel like our companies might even embrace what's happening in the fashion industry, and we may even revert to having smaller introductions more frequently throughout the year to give ourselves an opportunity to bring fresh and innovative new styles to our distributors across the country on a more frequent basis.